Hello, good afternoon. Welcome everyone. In all these uncertain and difficult times, you have still come with full presence. Thank you so much for coming. I am Parvish Chandani Thomas from Anka Services. I take the privilege of introducing Reese DeCosta, proprietor of the 79 The Pet Stop, and I hand over the mic to him. We will go through the sequences as I have mentioned to you. This is about robbery, intimidation and threat. So he will take you through the sequences. After he finishes talking, whatever questions you have, please feel free to direct them to me and we will clear all your doubts. Thank you so much. Over to Reese DeCosta.
Before I proceed any further, I just want to say a small thanks to everyone who's come in over here. I am going to explain to you the procedure we have for handling cash at our shop. This is most important because from this you will come to know how exactly she has pulled off the robbery. Cash should always be handled at a designated area in full view of the camera. We have at least 3 cameras covering our cash table. So there is a spot where you're supposed to take out the cash, keep it on the table, count it in front of the camera and then dispose of it. Cash should always be clipped and kept neatly. Cash drawer to be opened only at the time of sales transaction or when tally and handover is being done. This is very simple. You're not allowed to open the cash counter if there's no sale happening or anything else. Cash counter is supposed to be kept closed at all times. You can only count the cash at the end of your shift during tally. Designated cashier doing billing should sign on the tally at the end of the shift with a proper handover. After the final tally, the cashiers need to ensure that the sales report is sent. In case of any discrepancy, the concerned cashier will be held responsible. Nobody will? Before going on, see, she is not supposed to have her hand in the drawer right now because there is no sale, there is no transaction taking place. But if you see, she is putting her hand in the top part of the drawer where there is no camera footage. She is clearly putting it, which is not allowed. You see her rolling and taking the big denomination notes underneath. See, that 2000 rupees that just went, just go back. See, she's taking the notes, putting it ahead over there. Now watch her left hand, the right hand very carefully. See, she's arranging the notes over there. In the right hand, counting it from that side. The drawer is not supposed to be open at this time, she's checking. The money is already in the underneath part of her hand like this. See the hand on the thigh. Slowly at the right time, she'll slide it up into her right hand pocket. Notice the right hand. See. She moves to another spot where there are different angles are there. That is also captured on DVR, second video. Again, her hand in the cash drawer, which is not allowed, looking to check other stuff. Watch her carefully. See her sorting the notes. Money is already on the hand. Watch the right hand again in the same manner. See, she's using the other hand, the left hand. Watch the right hand. She's extremely confident in doing this in front of her staff because before this video also she's been doing it for 4 or 5 months. See the position of the thumb on the right. See, it's gone to the right. We have 22 videos like this in our possession. Huh? Next video. And she is right-handed, so obviously earlier she was using the phone with the left hand. Watch this. Again, she's adjusting over here. You're not supposed to open the cash drawer in between. The adjustment of the notes is taking place underneath over there. It's already rolled. Other staff is come and ask for hand sanitizer. See, she doesn't move that hand, she goes to the other hand, moves her leg and all because she doesn't want to move that hand because the money is there underneath. Most of the videos are exactly very similar, where she is always nervously touching her hair after she's got the money in her hand. Here, see. The thumb is under it. Each time she has wrong, the amounts are not small because each bag of dog food for us is about 4,000-5,000 rupees. So if she has to take out cash, she has to take out cash value of at least 1 or 2 bags at a time. So there's at least 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 taken out at one time. Big denomination notes are pushed. In 15 days, we have 22 to 23 videos of her robbing. That too, half the DVR videos we have not got because Tezin Sheikh, Aishwarya Salgaonkar's real sister, has destroyed evidence. I will come back and do all that with you later when I start. Over. Josh, video. Okay. On 19th April, we got a call from a surveillance team that they noticed Palasha Tilve robbing money from the cash box. So I told my fiancé to go and confront her about that. But Palasha denied taking the money, though it was very clear that we could see it. Now, since that day was her birthday, and prior to that, she had been telling us that the family is going through a hard time. Her father has lost all their source of income because they have 3 shops that they give on rent. And because of COVID, all the people who have taken it on rent have left and all. So maybe we thought, it's a one-off thing. She doesn't have money for her birthday, that's why she's wrong. I sent my fiancé to inquire with her. At the same time, we went to double check. Now the reason it had got caught also because during COVID time we kept our surveillance staff all a little closer and they were all watching multiple screens. It was Tezin was supposed to be looking at Maksa, but the staff sitting on the other side saw the robbery on the other TV which was not their TV. That's why it got caught accidentally and came to us. Tezin was watching that screen and Tezin was responsible for watching Palasha. But she was hiding the time that she was doing the robbery. I will elaborate into all that later. Then on 20th April, since Palasha did not respond to a confession with how she has taken out the money, we had the video footage earlier, we were checking. I sent my fiancé to go to Palasha's house, talk to her parents and find out everything about and inform the parents and get everything sorted. When they went to the house, Palasha denied it again, and then we came to know that she does not stay with her parents. She stays with a person called Ashley Narona. Ashley is said to have picked her up when she is gone to commit suicide. Now he's an NGO called Life is Beautiful. I don't know how he's picking up girls who go to commit suicide and all that. Okay? He told us not to question Palasha as she is suicidal and problematic and he will get all the details from her. Then what happens is, for us to check one day's CCTV footage, it's 12 hours. it takes us 7-8 hours to go through it. So from that day onwards, we were going backdating to check the CCTV footages, how many robberies were there. Okay?
Audio you want to play?
I'll get him to play the audio of when they went to Ashley's house. I could not get through to them. I got through to my driver, and my driver was telling me what was going on over there. You can hear the conversation. Joash?
Hey, hi. Baba, कहाँ लड़की ना मेरे बेटा? Please take up on the range.
I know, I guess as much because he was using even Werner's number, he ever trying your number.
Okay. No, my number you have no with you.
I have another number, your old number, when you have taken the number.
So she's been very serious and I just got a call from my in-law now. And I'm coming home now with my in-law, so I just to talk to her.
Actually, this was, wait a minute.
You don't know the whole story of that girl. She don't know the whole story. She's a problem actually. She had a family problem, then she of course she wanted to commit suicide, and then my NGO helped her out, and then that's how we texted her to give her an accommodation to stay, and then we gave her a job someday, and then after that.
She was wrong. Cash or message or a full thing wrong there.
What are you saying, man?
If I have got a video caught on her and still she's denying here, you can't show me the video. What I have told her is before she will be I will confront her. I will talk to her now. I will talk to her. Okay. One thing, one thing. Hello? Even if you and some decide, okay?
Sure. No, I will do one more thing. I will do one. I will just see what she has to say. Okay, and then I'll bring her around. Okay, and we will come. Let's meet and let's talk what is. Okay, because this is not.
Where are the parents now?
Parents, see what has happened. There's a big story in the world. She was friendly with one boy when she was a minor, and then she left her house, she ran away with him, and a big issue that had happened. And then she was staying with that boy's place, and then there was big things that were going on. And then one fine day I happened to come across this girl, and that's how I knew her. You understood? And then we tried contacting her parents, and all, but the parents wouldn't take her back. I personally involved myself, then my wife, then my NGO members, we went to her place. Her parents also came to our place. We spoke, but they would not want to take her back in the family. And so this was her problem that time. And then we had pity on her, and then we said, okay, fine, we will try and rescue her. She didn't have a place to stay because that person was using her left, right, and center. So there were things going on very much back there in those days. This is now nearly years back story. And then we were given an accommodation to stay. She was staying on our rented rooms first. But then since we had some migrants over this thing, she was feeling uncomfortable because of the boys and we understood how it is. So then she said, no problem. My in-laws had a house on top. We had tailor this place. So then we gave her the place to stay on top. So that's how we knew. I assumed that he knew about all this.
I don't know anything. In fact, it was related to some other problem or some other actual problem.
No, but you used to come and talk to me about that. I was doing all that.
What was the house of the main road used to come?
Oh God, what are you telling me? And I know that
It
you
was on the main road only in India.
and I know that you took send her liquor at home and then to pick her up and I was you.
We didn't know. She told me a story that she got a father, mother, two brothers, they got 3 shops.
The father, when they had 3 shops in Pichole, and no doubt about it. But then what happened is that she has done mistakes in her life, her family will not want to take her back. That is the problem. And then she was going to come out inside and do
See, there are certain
so
things
that I was not very simple.
that you mentioned here.
Too long. To elaborate on that.
Okay. Anyway, she says over here, I'll give give you the conversation. There's a printout of the conversation. It says very clearly, Ashley tells us that she's tried to commit suicide. And another very important point, when we say we're backdating all the videos, she has been buying cakes for her birthday. The previous day, 1400 rupees a kg, 2 cakes bought. Someone on a salary of 12,000 rupees has spent 3,000 rupees on cakes in 2 days. She was spending a lot of money. And then, this conversation is had with Ashley, where Ashley says so expensive, she's spending so much on the cakes. And this was spent even before she encashed her salary check. And Ashley is here clearly in this conversation asking me that why was I paying her 25,000 rupees salary? To which I said I was never paying her 25. Her salary was 12,000 rupees. That means she was lying and telling him that she was getting paid extra. This is there on a recording with Ashley. And even then later on there's a check that was given to her. Even without that check being cleared, she had money on the day of the robbery. Anyway, we'll skip this. Hello. After this confrontation, the checking was going on, and on 22nd April, while we were in the morning, a raid was conducted by forest officials at my residence in Dagi Colony on the basis of a complaint made by Palasha and Aishwarya Sargaonkar. Nothing illegal was found. Okay, but we came to know there were a lot of multiple cases filed. They had sent the forest department there to say that we're trading in wildlife, we're trading in snakes, and there are guns present at my house. All 3 of them were at my house over there. And Aishwarya Sargaonkar put 4-hour live videos on Facebook about raids going on at my house and spread it all across. That is Aishwarya Sargaonkar, Palasha, and Ashley Narona over there in the background.
Hello, Vaikarannu. How Aishwarya Sargaonkar. सध्या प्रेझेंटली हांव म्हापसा एक म्हाका वयला एक रेज ह्या घर आसा तेज्या घरा कडेन फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटाचे रेड चालू आसा.
Okay, that was on that day. Now, on that day, she accused the MLA of helping me, she accused everyone, and when the forest departments did not find anything, she immediately said that they have taken money and they have settled. We have that on video also. Now, what she does is, when she complains, and if anybody doesn't take action or anything now, she immediately puts a case on them or puts an inquiry on them in their department. That hampers their future. When they have a pending inquiry, it hampers their promotion, it hampers everyone. So she scares them and blackmails them in this manner. Okay? Now, coming back to the robbery, Aishwarya Sargaonkar, in a video to the police, outside the police station, says that she got this case through a lawyer, being a social activist, and that's why she's following up on this. But we have a photo in our possession which shows Ashley, his wife Rubina, Palasha and Aishwarya for Ganesh at Aishwarya Sargaonkar's house. So they all knew each other for a very long time. And Aishwarya clearly outside the police station said this case has come through her, through a lawyer. On 23rd April, we completed our written complaint to the lawyer and were waiting for our surveillance staff to give the footages. Yeah, watch this video.
I'm Aishwarya Sargaonkar, Global Women Protection Council State President NGO. माझ्याकडे एक छोटासा कॉल आयलो आणि त्या कॉलाच्या टायमार सांगले की मॅडम आमची तुमची हेल्थ आहे.
This is where she claims she doesn't know her and all, and she just got a call. But in reality, is the photo is much before that of that. Okay. Now, coming to the complaint, we were asked and we were checking our backdated CCTV footage. We were getting delayed because it's each day you have to check 8 hours, and we were finding 2-3 videos. Eventually, we had 8 videos that we gave the police. When we gave 8 videos, by the time updating, 12 videos were coming. Now, in this time, we did not know that Tezin Sheikh is working with us is Aishwarya's sister. Tezin Sheikh kept delaying, giving us wrong angles of the video, delaying, giving it, mixing up the videos. So much so that 15 days videos, no? We have been given videos of only 7 days. And on only 7 days, we have 22 videos. The remaining videos are hidden. And when we went to give the complaint to the police, no, she had not even downloaded the videos. She had just taken it on the mobile and given, which would not be clear on the CD, and those things would be a problem for us to be handled later in court. So we had to go back, download, and get all that. Till this time, we did not know they are sisters. And simultaneously, Aishwarya is putting pressure outside the police station, saying that why you are not arresting him on the basis we have filed a complaint on sexual harassment and all other things. Why you are not taking action on all those things? And the other side, Tezin is delaying us, giving us wrong videos, hiding. You can clearly see her double standards. She knew her sister was working over there. She knew and she was pressurizing us so that we make mistakes. We give less videos to the police, we give the wrong videos in a rush, and they will get away with it, which almost happened. Okay? On 23rd April, the complaint against Parashar Tilbe was filed for robbery. 12 videos were attached on FIR number 119-2020. On 24th April, we found out that Tezin Sheikh is the real sister of Miss Aishwarya Sarvankar, and to hide her involvement, she gave a statement to the investigating officer, PSI Rupali, on the same day. Now what happened is, since all these things were going on continuously now, Aishwarya Sarvankar putting videos and all, I asked my staff, stop watching the shops, only watch the cash counter, and 2 or 3 staff watch and download videos of Aishwarya Sarvankar because we have to use it for our cases. Watch what Aishwarya Sarvankar is saying, watch what Ashley is saying, find out all their links, find out everything about them. Moment I said this and my staff started checking the background and videos, Tezin got scared. She realized that she would be caught and we would find out that they are sisters. So on 24th now, she tells us, on 24th she tells us that she is the real sister of Aishwarya. Moment I came to know that, I immediately called the police and I said, please send the investigating officer to record her statement because it will change. When the investigating officer came, she took her statement over there in this surveillance room. This is the surveillance room. And she herself said, I will give you a video to show very clearly that I am not with Aishwarya and this is actually what happened. Watch it. Anyway, later on, Tezin says that this video was taken out under duress we forced her to say. But in a statement that she has given to the police now on that day, she clearly mentions this thing about Aishwarya, and she says that she and Aishwarya are not in touch with each other because she has married a Muslim. They are not in touch, they don't know about anyone's personal life. She did not know about the raid taking place at my place, and she said she did not know about this. In that same statement to the police, she also says that she did not inform me that she's sister with Aishwarya Salgaonkar because she was scared she would lose her job. Whatever contradiction she has made in a statement, she gave one statement to the police, and a day later she gave a different complaint to the police stating that we have kept her, we confined her apparently in a room where the police itself in the Panchanaga we discovered has no latch, so she could not have been confined. All the lies that she has given in her complaint now to the police has been caught, and she is in a perjury case because she did that to have Palasha. Okay. Then we also realized Tazeen Sheikh had been deliberately trying to derail our case by delaying the investigation, not giving the videos on time, giving unclear videos, helping her sister Aishwarya by passing all the videos and information, breaking all the surveillance protocol and not reporting the robberies prior to 19. Now, one protocol that we have 6 staff watching videos and the robberies. Nobody is allowed to watch one particular TV continuously over a period of days. You have to shift. Now, supposing you are my Mapsa staff, you are not allowed to watch the Mapsa shop. You can watch Navelin, Varka, this. We have a rotation of shift where no staff keep sticking to one particular shop and all, because then all settings can be done. I have 12 different locations and the staff have to keep rotating. Tazeen refused to do that. She kept watching only Mapsa for 4 to 5 months. She bullied the rest of the staff, kept watching only Mapsa. Another thing, you are not allowed to use your phone in the surveillance room. But she took exception to using the phone, stating that I have a small baby at home. Basically, she was watching the area while Palasha was robbing. That is why you see Palasha so openly robbing, even though she knows there are 3 videos. In any of my shops, moment we enter the shop and money is taken out, immediately we get calls. We get calls because we have a live surveillance going on. Our surveillance was sabotaged entirely by Tazeen. Then she was supposed to have kept the disk copy of all the videos. That is missing. She has not given us the entire videos. And when we rushed to give 8 videos later, 2-3 days later, we found 23 videos. So the number of videos were increasing. When the police came to attach the DVR, she told us that I have a copy of the DVR, another copy has been kept by us, everything has been kept. That copy has gone missing. Tazeen has deliberately destroyed evidence. Right now, only our DVR with all of this is in full custody of the police. And we have only 22 videos of robbery in 7 days. So that means in 15 days, how many more videos are there? We have no access to that because Tazeen has sabotaged everything. Now this was well planned. Because had she gone ahead and we had not discovered, later on when this matter goes to court, like how she denied in the complaint, she denied that Aishwarya has robbed it and they would get away with it scot-free. We have given the police ample evidence to show that Tazeen is very much involved in the robbery, and you can see by the cases that she has been filing, she is very much part of it. Okay. Anyway, then we found more videos of Palasha Tilve committing robbery in the same manner multiple times. We've given 22 videos to the police in a span of 7 days. We had to request the Mapsa police for a copy of the DVR to retrieve other videos. On 27th April, we came to know that Tazeen Sheikh had filed a false complaint against me and my staff about confining and threatening her to make the video that we had just shown you. Discrepancies with the statement made to the police and her complaint have been found, for which she is already facing trial. She has given a sworn affidavit in the bail application of Palasha, which the judge itself we have got and found as really false. So she is already facing trial for perjury. Case number CRMA 459/2020, and she is added as an accused. She is already facing trial for giving false evidence in Palasha Tilve's bail case. Till now, her case, when the same evidence she has given, has not been presented to me in that case because I am made an accused. When the charge sheet will be filed against me, we will get that evidence and that is exactly the same as what she has given in Parasha still this. So she will be prosecuted over there for that also. These are the false cases that they have filed that they wanted the police to register against us. Aishwarya Sargaonkar has been harassing us continuously by putting up defamatory videos on Facebook, which she stopped for a short while and then she got the legal notice. Okay, we sent her 2 defamation notices on 30th and 23rd. After sending the defamation notice, she has denied posting every single video. But she has been posting these videos to destroy my business, to get people killed. Play.
आता होऊन जाय आम्ही बाबा हिंदी करून नाव घेऊन दाखोवपाचें आमी नांवां घेवन उलयता पळय बटाट कुसलोलो बटाट रीस कुसलोलो बटाट सगळ्या खबर आहा म्हाका सांग एक कुसलोलो बटाट सापडलो तुका भितर न्हू डायरेक्ट कापासदार आसा आनी खऱ्या जर एका आवय बापायच्या कास्ताचे आसा न्हू जाल्यार फाटले 1000 फाटले कास्ताचे आले ते सोर्या करता डायरेक्ट जे आसा ते डायरेक्ट करची बाबा रीस खंय रे बाबा निघलंय तू हा बटाट्या मात तरी अक्कल आला का तुका काजारी बरं तू विसरला रे आपले लाईफ तुझे स्वतः भुरगो म्हणटा मरे सांगता त्या म्हापसाकारान कितें करतले रे तू सगळ्यांचे वचून एफआयआर करतलो कंप्लेनी घालतले डाफॉमेशन करतले रे तू हा डाफॉमेशन घालतले तू ऐश्वर्याचेर घाल रे डाफॉमेशन घाल जाल्यार डिफॉमेशनय घाल कळ्ळां ना कितें न्हू म्हजे कडेन यो तुका हांवूय हेल्प करता कित्याक तू सद्या गेले कामांतलो कित्याक बटाटो पुसलो आनी मेन म्हणजे तू पॅड शॉप चलयताय मरे तो कुत्री पुसताय तू बटाट्या मात तरी अक्कल घे रे म्हाका आणि रीस जेव्हा कुसलेलो बटाट आसा त्या कुसलेल्या बटाट्याक सांगूंक सोदता म्हापशेच्या त्या कुसलेल्या बटाट आनी सांगूंक सोदता आनी खरें तूं सांग आनी
Basically, she has been taunting, abusing, doing their best to hurt my business, and this is a person who's supposed to be in charge of global human rights behaving in this manner.
तुका एक याद दवर या बायले मनशाच्या पासून तू लागलाय मरे त्या दिसाक कळ्ळें की तू छक्को म्हणून हिजडो असो कळ्ळें कोण सांग हिजडो हांव ओप्पन सांगता आमी डिफॉमेशन धाडटा धाड चोड मरे चल कितें करता तें करून दाखय कितें तू रीस डिकोस्टा 79 द पेट शॉप हिजडो कर कितें करता तें पळोवया तूं कितलो कापासदार आहा कितली डिफॉमेशन धाडटाय हांवूय पळोवंक सोदता तुजी कापासदार कितल्या दादलो मनीस हांव एक बाय मनीस जावन सांगता रीस डिकोस्टा तूं हिजडो म्हणून कर मार डिफॉमेशना मार बस
She's basically been harassing us, putting all rubbish up everywhere, denying it. She's been taunting, saying that even if you see in the later cases, you come to know what all she's been doing. Okay. She has put different complaints in all departments. During the COVID time, we cannot renew our licenses, go to certain places. So she's put for our trade licenses, FDA. Then she sent FDA on raids at our shop. Again, those FDA raids have been found false. We have got a clean sheet and we filed a case against her for filing false cases. She's done her best to hurt the business. Animal husbandry raids, municipality raids. When it was raining heavily, I had to do repair work urgently on my roof. That also she has stopped, saying that it's illegal. Now when she came there with the officers, this raid, when she came to the municipality at my house, I went to the municipal office to clarify that the repair work going on. At that time, she saw me and I told them about the robbery cases, why she's doing that. She charged on me in the municipality office, you can see this, threatened me, abused me and threatened to slap me. And when I've been saying they very clearly call the police. See her behavior, play that. Anyway, after this, I filed a complaint to the police about this incident. She has gone and filed another complaint saying that we threatened to kill her over here. That complaint also is there, that we threatened to kill her. Aditi Parab threatened to kill her. All the complaints that she's been filing is to harass our staff, to harass us, and she's been forcing the police to register this thing as an FIR against me. When she has come charged and attacked me, she knows very well. As a woman, if I even say anything back to her, I have non-bailable sections put on me. Anyway, she has been targeting my fiancé also in videos, calling her caretaker. We filed a complaint. She also has filed a complaint. My fiancé has been mentally tortured by her. As a result, she has blacked out, fallen down the staircase, and had a ligament injury where she was bandaged in a cast for almost a month. Aishwarya Salgaonkar's character, if anyone wants to know, if they believe that she is a truly social activist, when her business failed, she borrowed money from Mr. Ramdas Malwadkar, 1,10,000 on 8/8/2016 for her garment shop. She was not able to pay back the money as she had no other source of income. So when he came asking for the money, she abused him. She avoided. When he came asking for the money, she abused him. She said to Zaide work and Dupagna, abused him, and he went. The next day, she filed a sexual harassment case on him. She filed a false case of sexual harassment saying that he molested. The complaints are attached over there in that with the full list of every incident that has happened. Because the police were not taking action, not registering the FIR, because the police knew that she had borrowed money, it was all lies, she takes a bottle of Ascoril cough syrup and attempts suicide itself, drinking a bottle of cough syrup, going sitting on 108, and then the police have to register a case against Malwadkar. She denied later borrowing money. So I have put court documents which very clearly shows where she has borrowed money. He has got a statement from Corporation Bank showing that he has paid her 1,10,000, and she has done this to avoid paying him back, and that poor innocent man is facing a case. I've got the statement from his bank account over there, his complaint and everything. This is the state of a lady who is supposed to be an NGO. Then, again, she projects herself as an NGO fighting for human rights and cases for underprivileged women, child, etc. But on 24th February 2016, a complaint was filed by Mrs. Kavita Kishore Korjokar that shows that her minor daughter, 16 years old, was assaulted by Aishwarya Salgaonkar in her house. She has threatened to kill the entire family, pulled the girl's hair. That police complaint also is attached over there. And Aishwarya Salgaonkar had applied for bail in that case, where she has attacked that girl, and she has said very clearly over there how she threatened the family, saying that due to her influence, she is working as a paralegal in Arjuna police station, so police will not take any case against her. She has mentioned that clearly. She says that she has very good relationships with a lot of judges in Mapsa, and that nobody will prosecute her for any of these cases. It is shocking that police keep a criminal who has got cases against children, who has got cases against senior citizens, as paralegal to help others. This is an NGO who is abusing. Where has she gone through facts? We have more than 23 videos of her sister robbing, of Parashat Ilve robbing, her sister helping. All this facade is just to prevent her sister from being arrested and to weaken her case, and with the hope that if a man's reputation can be destroyed this way, he will come to compromise. There are a lot of videos of her asking to compromise. There she says, I am getting religious sentence of Muslims and this. Okay, the case that I have registered against Aishwarya Salgaonkar, case number IPC 385/2020, IPC 279/2020, IPC 214/2020. These cases, two of them are defamation. One is a criminal case for filing false complaints, and these are already in a court. Aishwarya Salgaonkar has tried all the tricks in the book to destroy me and my business after trying to frame me in all sorts of cases. The last resort she is trying is a hunger strike. By doing this, she is trying to obstruct justice, shield her sister, and blackmail and bully the police to charge sheet us in all of false cases. She is also inciting religious communities. She is inciting religious communities, especially Muslims and all, and women, with the help of the Shiv Sena to divide and target them against me based on all of false complaints. She knows that when every false complaint is filed, a person is dragged to court, his reputation is destroyed, he needs a lot of time, effort to clear his name. The person is mentally troubled, financially troubled. It is time consuming. Not everybody today has the resources to fight a criminal like her. Not everybody can go to court. I had to go to I already have 3 cases against her. Besides the 2 perjury cases against Palasha and all. So there are a lot of cases piling up against them. I have full faith in the police. I have full faith in the system in Goa. We have absolutely full faith in the government. The government, the police are going to give us justice in this. But you can see very clearly where this NGO, so-called self-NGO, one person army she said, because no one else is part of this NGO of hers. She is using NGOs to blackmail people, to extort money. You can see very clearly many times we have clippings also, where they always say, in the beginning of every case, the delay and all this is being done so that we force them to compromise. I have got 20 plus videos of her robbing. We don't need to compromise with robbers. But she's using the police to blackmail her. She's using all these cases. Now, people don't know the story. She's sitting in Mapsa. Going on a hunger strike and all, trying to say that I'm against Muslims, I'm against women. These are just inciting these people and forcing the police to take action. This is Palasha's statement. All of them have been saying this in all their videos, that all delay tactics, everything, our delay in registering the cases was because we wanted to settle and compromise. The reality is quite the opposite. They are doing all this so that we go and compromise over there. And right now as I speak, you put complaints in the health department, we are running around with every single department. During COVID time, the government is not raiding anyone or anything, but this woman has continuously put problems for us, continuously put complaints in all the departments. We have to run. We cannot run our business and at the same time complaints. We have complaints in every single department, labor, GST, income tax. She has kept on claiming, my GST, my income tax, everything is being paid, everything is being handled. But this woman is harassing us continuously just so that we compromise or we back off from the cases. Anyway, do you all have any questions?
Do you have any problem with the investigation?
Sorry?
Investigation is being done in proper way, or you have any concerns?
The investigation is being done perfectly by the police.
So what are your concerns?
My concern is that when someone interferes in the place of a judiciary, we have a judiciary, you have a problem, it goes there. She suddenly goes and sits over there, puts up a poster like that, saying that I'm inciting religious views, I'm sitting here on hunger strike. She's calling CM, calling everyone, presenting one side of a story. Police are pressurized. Everybody gets pressurized to register wrong false cases. There are a lot of false cases that Aishwarya has got demanded with the police to register an FIR. And I am happy, I have asked the police, any false case against me, investigate it thoroughly. Because once it's investigated, it will be found. If they have enough of evidence, they will proceed against me. If they don't, that case has to be closed. And I am on record that the police should prosecute her for filing false cases after that. She is doing this, filing multiple false cases. See, every false case, someone has to go to court. It's a huge expense. And it is a case for 5-6 years. It mentally wears down a person. This is done to harass a businessman. What livelihood does she have? Where has she been working for the last 5 years? 1,10,000 rupees she could not pay. So where is she getting the money from for all the things? This is only harassment on her part. Now, this sitting hunger strike and all is an attempt to bully the police. Don't you think so, sir? When there's a judiciary and everyone is in place, why do you need to go and sit on a hunger strike? Tomorrow, I can sit on a hunger strike instead of approaching court. It's not fair. And see how she abuses me all the time. As men, the laws are against us in the country. The laws favor women, but what about the women who put false cases on men? After getting caught 23 videos, she has put that we are sexually harassing her. See the videos how she's robbing. I've just shown you 3 videos. There are more than 20. Plus the rest are there. We are being targeted over here. In fact, the police have been very cautious in investigating because they deal with someone like Aishwarya. I am on record. Every person who does not say they are guilty or in the police go unfairly now, she puts complaints against them, asking them to be transferred. Again, the forest people, they gave us a clean sheet, she put a complaint against them there. She said that they demanded money. Now what happens? That destroys that officer's reputation. His promotion gets stuck pending inquiries. So she initiates. Now today, Mapsa police station has investigated thoroughly. They've done everything properly, but she's demanding PI gets suspended, device fee gets suspended. Initially, first it was that MLA is my friend, I have paid off PI, I have paid off. If I had paid them off, Palasha Kilve should have been arrested immediately. I should have got my money back. After so much of proof, we still have to follow legal proceedings, no? We have to go to court, we have to follow all these things. And PI, Mapsa, has been very proactive. He's investigated thoroughly. I have a problem with Aishwarya Sargongar putting pressure on them. Let the police do their job, no? Now even the press, one-sided stories only have been coming for so long. That's why we are forced to come up and tell our entire side. Till today, nobody knew. Nobody contacted us for our bikes. She's painted us like criminals. She's painted us like criminals abroad. She comes, another habit she has is she accompanies any police, anything on a raid. So she comes and she goes live on Facebook. She says, after me Facebook ka live, raid, she's not an authority. But that destroys the person's reputation somewhere else, no? And she's been doing it 4-hour videos on Facebook on this raid, that raid, GST, this, that rubbish she's been putting up everywhere. This has to stop. NGOs like this need to be questioned. Who have got criminal cases against them? I don't have one criminal case before this incident. But they have filed 3-4. I'm happy to go to the judiciary. I'm happy to go to these cases, get my name cleared. And after it gets cleared, I want the police to prosecute these type of frauds. This has to stop. This type of nonsense from people like Aishwarya Sargongar has to stop. Thank you. Any other questions?
What took you so long to reach this towards robbing of
See, for the first 4-5 months, no? For the first 4-5 months, we had 6 people viewing. Aishwarya's sister was watching. She was not telling us. We caught her accidentally during COVID time, no? She knew, Palasha knew that the staff are not watching. So that's why she openly started robbing. When the staff came back, see Aishwarya's sister and she were accomplices. Aishwarya started working first in the surveillance, then her. That is why Aishwarya's sister did not do rotation. Did not do. Now what happened? If you see my TVs now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the people watching this TV, they accidentally saw Palasha robbing on this TV. It's a massive 55 screen TV. So when they saw that, they said, what is going on over here? When they saw that, they called me. So Tezin had no chance. It was caught accidentally. And it was caught because they were all sitting together during COVID time watching that. 5 months we didn't know because she was hiding it. And what happens when you know your place is being watched? You don't think that the watchman itself is a robber. And after we have got that, we have found out wherever Palasha has manipulated, like stock taken, she was a cashier, the bags that have come in, If 10 bags came in, she showed only 6 bags came in. She did not enter that stock. So that's a difference of 20,000-30,000. All that she used to keep on pocketing. So she and Tezin were together in that. Tezin is the actual blood sister of Aishwarya Sargaonkar. Sorry? Who was? Who was watching is Tezin. Plus 5 other staff. Cashier Palasha. Palasha has very close linkages to Ashley. Now, how is a girl staying at another NGO guy's house? Is he an NGO that rescues only women? We have found out a lot of things. We are not revealing a lot also because see, we have to keep our things are also in court. We've kept all the details that we have found in court. There's a lot more. Ashley also, if you find out now, there is one document over here of a gang rape, of a rape case in Race Magus, gang rape. There also the victim accuses. Forum also wants one Ashley Narona, who is heading an NGO, to be investigated for taking money in the victim family and helping them and then disappear. Another common thing that Aishwarya Sargaonkar and Ashley have as an NGO, what they do now? They find a victim. They approach the victim. They tell the victim, we will give you justice. But, you know, our system is corrupt. Police will never help you. No one will help you. You need to pay. Yeah?
No, nothing. They need to go. So just check with any other questions now.
Yeah.
Okay, any other question there?
You mentioned that the law favors the women.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember when the law was enforced? And secondly, you are the first one who has been facing such. There are others that kept quiet. The point is that what I would ask you is, do you feel that this law needs to be amended?
It definitely needs to be amended. Because today, I'll give you a simple example.
On the amendment that you
See, now, you've seen the way she's been abusing me. She calls me Kuslala Patat, she abuses my family, she does whatever, she talks the worst filth about me, destroys my business. But the only thing I can do is file a defamation case. A defamation case is very difficult to prove in court. Our Indian law does not give you much compensation in defamation. But if I reply to her in the same manner that she replies to me, she can file a sexual molestations, outraging woman's modesty, which are non-bailable sections. It's exactly the same thing she's saying. Now, she uses this. See how badly she taunts me saying women, women, women. At the same time, she goes to the police station, pretends to cry and say this is a case against women, against minorities. Yes, this law definitely needs to be changed because when women use it falsely like this, they have to be prosecuted. Thank you.
Any other questions?
The theft case, you have mentioned theft case.
Sorry?
The theft case which you have mentioned, theft
Yeah.
case. There is only one accused, Palasha Dewey. The second one is your
See, I have mentioned everything. I have mentioned Palasha is a theft accused. There is a subsequent copy beside the robbery. Because if you notice when we find it now, when we find the robbery, we did not know of Tezin's involvement. We did not even know Tezin was a sister. Later on when we came to know she destroyed evidence, then we went back to check our stock. See, we found only one video of robbery first. When we gave the police, we found 8. When we eventually found later, we found 22. But Tezin hid the rest of the disc from us. So there are much more videos that are not yet discovered. Plus, when we went back to do our stock taking and stock check, the chief, when we went to do that, we found out there's a whole lot more missing right from October. So that robbery almost comes to around 8-9 lakhs.
So only problem is with this. If you want to withdraw this complaint,
Boss, they have tried their best to tarnish my reputation. They've got, sorry?
because this issue.
Obviously, you know, when you're caught robbing, she didn't have any problem with sexual harassment or anything. One day before that, there's a video on the DVR of her calling us, cutting a birthday cake with us, doing all this. She was absolutely fine with everything. It's just that when she realized she got caught, that she'll trap us in a sexual harassment case. She'll trap us with forest, gun raid, you name it, GST, labor. You know how difficult it is to answer to all these departments. During COVID time, we are answering to GST, labor, you name the department. Tezin has gone to the extent, she left the job. She robbed our material, she robbed our data, disappeared. But she has gone and complained to labor department that she had not got paid for the last month. I put a labor department complaint. And in the labor department complaint, no, I'll give you a copy of the labor department complaint. She shows that she has caught a robber robbing. But in her actual complaint, she lies and says she never caught any robber. She didn't see any robber. So her statement to labor is wrong. She's given different statement to the labor department, different statements to the police, different statements to the magistrate, and she has been caught on that. They have caught her for lying to a judge, and she is facing a case for that also. Now that carries a prison term of 2 to 7 years. So now Aishwarya's sister has got one case there, plus that false case that has come now. They have not yet given us the copies. There also she said something to the magistrate. If it is the same statement that she has given in Parasha's case, there also a case will be lodged on her. Now they know that they are caught. Her sister is caught in that. Aishwarya had 3 cases, 4th case is on the way, 5th case is on the way. Our lawyers are drafting and they will be filed anyway in the coming next week. They will have a minimum of 5 to 6 cases against them in court. Aishwarya knows 3 cases have already started in court, dates are coming. Plus the robbery has not yet been charge sheeted. But they have already been caught for lying. Those cases have started. So now she is desperate. That is why the hunger strike. That is why all this to divert people, to stop people, the police from investigating this thoroughly. All this is to do this and to save her sister. There is no other motive. Initially, she thought she would extract a huge amount from us. Now that she realized she's got trapped all this, she's trying all these other stuff.
Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, please. They want to take your one-to-one. We don't want to single or want to focus on general. They want you to speak whatever you spoke.
That Parasha Tilve was robbing at my place. She has been caught robbing. There are more than 20 videos that we have. The rest of the evidence has been destroyed by Tezin Sheikh, who is the real sister of Aishwarya Sarnoka. This is the main crux of the matter. To hide this, they have been doing all these things, putting complaints on us in FDA, putting complaints everywhere. Those also now are being cleared, and those are being filed, false cases are being filed against them in court. I have already got Aishwarya Sarnoka in 3-4 cases in court. She knows that she cannot escape that. That's why she's abusing. That's why she's threatening. She's taunting us because that's a trap. If I reply to any of her things, or if I get abusive or anything else the same way she does, she will file outraging modesty cases on me. She will trap me on that. She is using she's blackmailing the police by sitting there on the strike, defaming the police, giving the Matsar police a bad name. For what? For doing their job, for investigating thoroughly. This woman will go to any extent to break the law. In 2018, she on a 16 on a senior citizen, 2017 on a senior citizen, she borrowed money, filed a false attempted to molest case on him, got cases registered on him, assaulted children. She uses her position as a Shiv Sena Mahila Agadi. She uses her position as a paralegal in Anjuna police station. She says she has close proximity to judges in Matsar. That's why she can get away doing all this nonsense. All these are available in the case papers that have been presented to you all. These are all papers that have reached court or are there in the police station. What about all the other victims where the cases have got scared and people have compromised with her? All these things are being done only to cover up. The police should thoroughly investigate all the cases. She has filed a lot of false cases against us. I want the police to thoroughly investigate it and then to prosecute against her for all the false cases she has filed. It's there on the statement. It's about 8.5 lakhs, around 8 lakhs plus. Boss, being my shoes, I do not want to give evidence. I do not want to show this and all because tomorrow these are things in court which will damage our case. They have seen. I am running with raids in GST. I am running with raids in labor. You name each department health. We are harassed on all sides. My house is leaking at home because I don't have time to take a roof license verification. I have hardly got to the municipality there. I had 3-4 cases filed on me in the last week. We don't have time. At the same time, boss, we are struggling with the COVID situation. Which business is doing well right now? Everybody is struggling. We are not given time to concentrate on our business.
But as far as sitting for a
For what? Why? Does she have any work? Is she working anyway? She's sitting on a hunger strike, right, to blackmail the police.
or any demand from the EU to take the news.
Then we have understood the worst. Demands were tried, she thought she would make them earlier. If you see all the videos, at the end of the video, all 3 of them keep saying, this is being done so that we compromise, we come to the table. Ashley also in his conversation says, file the complaint, no? Then we will come, we'll sit across the table and work it out. I have other conversations also where Ashley said, we'll sit across the table, we'll work it out. 22 videos like this. And the DVR is hidden from us. The backup is robbed by Tezin. Tezin has hidden more. That thankfully is sealed with the police and will be in Verna. When we get a copy of that, I am confident that we will get more than 40 videos. Even these were all the wrong angles given. Because till the time we find and gave to them, we did not know Tezin is a sister. Now, if we had not found out this, the same way she lied in the complaint, no? Should have lied in court. Should have said, I never saw Parasha Bobby. Parasha would have got away scot free. Now the girl who has robbed me is there in so many videos sitting on a hunger strike saying injustice. They have taken my whole working capital. I am out of maybe 8-9 lakhs. I am facing a problem. They have taken my money. These are robbers who are sitting there. If Aishwarya Sarvankar is a NGO, human rights NGO, where are the rest of her members? She's an NGO investigating only a case of a robbery on her sister. Conveniently, and then she makes that Muslims and the communal and all that. What?
So how many complaints she has filed against you, like in general? Like
2-3 bosses is continuously filing her. Now I showed you the video. Municipality, you can make out how she's coming charging on me. I am shouting there, call the police, call the police. Then complaint she has filed on me saying that I threatened to kill a girl like Aditi Param threatened to kill her.
and that molesting thing also filed by molestation.
By Parasha. Where initially on the video she said, Maka ki call hai, Maka khabar na. They were all there for Ganesh together.
That police registered the case, that molestation case, police has registered it.
Yes, without evidence. Because an FIR can be demanded by anyone. And when you are a woman and you demand it, tomorrow they point fingers at the police. Can't go enough.
Like you said, they should be investigated, and if there are faults, they should file.
Yes, exactly. I want the police to thoroughly investigate. I'm not scared. She uses this. Then molestation case and she goes on telling everyone. So as a man, tomorrow if someone finds a false case on you, she goes on Facebook, I'm a reporter, there is a false case, there is a molestation case. She destroys it.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, what she does also, second thing, is she sits in every raid. And now she sends the police to raid somewhere. Then she follows them. Aishwarya Sarvankar, police are Facebook are live, the people sitting abroad don't know the real story. They believe her. They think these are heroes when they are actually extortionists. What they do is, this is what we have found. She has been going around to a lot of people, catching victims. When she catches the victim, she says, see, money is required. I require money to fight your case. I'll tell you how. PI is corrupt. Everyone is corrupt. She tells people are corrupt. So what we have to do now? We have to pay PI something. We have to put pressure on PI. To put pressure on PI, we need the press. So we'll call a press conference. You have to get everyone. They said she takes 50 to 80,000 from them. in the name of getting a press conference, putting pressure on PI, coming, petrol charges, everything. Once that is done, then there is the accused person. Then pressure comes to the accused. Ki press area, police, this, that, everything will be investigated, you will be charged. Then she goes to the accused. Koi there are the case. Now you will be investigated, this, that. You want to compromise? 10, 15, 20 lakhs, depending on how much. Go back in her history. She always fights. Catches the victim, fights. It goes to the police station. But after that, no case. Why? Where those cases disappear? Most of the cases get compromised. Who makes money in compromise? If you are a social worker, I understand you are a social worker. Show me your source of income for the last 3 years. You cannot pay back a loan of 1,10,000 you borrowed from a senior citizen. You frame him. You pretend to have attempted suicide, drinking a bottle of Ascoril. This is, police should have charged her at that time, charged her 309 for suicide. If they had charged her that time, she would not be doing this type of thing of threatening, blackmailing the police instead of this. She is using the woman card. Whereas we are on the back foot now. Thank you. How are they given access to police stations as paralegal? This is something that has to stop. CM has to investigate into this thoroughly and stop these type of NGOs. Thank you.